Hey everybody, welcome. I'm Suzanne Gundersen from Screenwritenow. I help industry creatives and screenwriters to get naturally focused, deepen their emotional worldview, build tremendous confidence, and hook their audience. Today is one of my videos of my Industry Wisdom Bit series where I'm bringing to you professionals in television and film to share with you one golden nugget of wisdom or advice that they may have from their career. So today we're joined by Deborah Zara Kobylt. Thank you so much, Deborah, for being here. Please tell us a little bit about yourself.
Gosh, thanks for inviting me. I really appreciate it. A little bit about myself. Well, I used to be a newspaper reporter down in Sarasota, Florida. I believe that you're in Florida there.
Yeah.
That's how I first started in newspapers. And then I got into television in a very small market in Atlantic City, New Jersey, where I covered lots and lots of Donald Trump, like him or not. That's who I was covering quite a bit. And then I got noticed and I started working in New York and then got married and quickly moved to Los Angeles, where I worked as a reporter for Channel 11, Channel 9, and then most of my career at CNN and Turner Entertainment, which is wonderful. I had 3 boys, so I took some time off. And then when I was asked to go back in news, they said, hey, you want to come back? I thought, oh gosh, do I still want to do live shots and all that kind of stuff at 11 at night with 3 boys at home? So I
Wow.
started my own video podcast and it's called Deborah Kobylt Live. And I love it because what I do is I interview the kind of people that you're not going to see on the news, right? Lots of authors and just people doing extraordinary things, helping out the community. And I love it. And it's been going great. And of course, podcasting has exploded. So there's so many great stories to tell. That's me in a nutshell. We live in California.
Wow, that's amazing. What you've traversed the nation, you've been all over and in wonderful spots. You must have so much, experience that you've gone through, but that's led you to have so much wisdom. But could you just share with us just one little gem or golden nugget with our audience today?
One little gem and golden nugget. Don't give up because I've had way more doors slammed in my face than were opened. And usually if a door was open, it was open a crack and I had to sort of poke it, go through it. So really don't give up. You've got to believe in yourself, even when you don't. I can't tell you how many times I would call a friend and go, I don't know what to do. They're like, well, what else would you do? I said, probably nothing. I meant to tell people stories. So every time a door was shut, I just kept going. And also be good to the people on your way, on your journey, because I have to tell you, all the people that I started with, including in Sarasota, they're still my friends, the photographers, the reporters. When I wanted to get back into the business after 3 kids, they were like, sure, because I always had a good relationship with them. That's very important, building relationships. Laugh, don't take yourself so seriously, but for sure, resilience is everything.
Yeah. Was there a specific experience that you remember that you just had the door shut in front of you and you thought, oh no, I'm going to keep going?
So many times. Yeah, especially coming out of college, I had a really hard time getting my foot in the door. I was the editor of the paper at school and it was a large university, Rutgers University, thinking, oh, I've got this in the bag. But when I graduated, nobody knew who I was and nobody cared that I was the editor of a large university paper. So I ended up just taking a job as a receptionist at Good Morning America. And I thought, gosh, this is it. I'm going to be answering phones. But I was very quick to figure out who the writers were and who was making the decisions. And I had my resume ready. Back then you had resumes. And I handed it to the guy and I said, hey, I'm really not a receptionist. I'm here because, and he was kind enough a couple of weeks later to bring me back. And he said, all right, I'm going to give you a pre-interview to do. Let's see how you do. And I could have just sat there and cried all day answering phones, but I didn't. And then I got my Writers Guild card and then I worked overnights at CBS Morning News. Like I just kept hustling, because
And I think
yeah.
that experience applies to anybody at any age, out of college or, in your career, and you just feel like a door's been shut in your face, just to keep that resilience of just keep going.
Especially when we reach a certain age, right? We want to get back into our career or start something new. And I remember meeting with a friend that I had worked with. And she was a producer of mine and she was out of the business. And she goes, oh, Deborah, you're over 40. Nobody wants to hear what you have to say. And that pissed me off. And this is just a few years ago. And I thought, and I'm well over 40. And I thought to myself, I'll show her. And not to be rude, but I thought, what a terrible thing to say to somebody. How about encourage them? Always encourage somebody. Don't sit there and say it won't work because of this. Find the reasons why it will work. You know what I mean?
Yeah, be supportive of everybody. I mean, we're all just on this planet together, let's
Yeah.
show a little bit of compassion. And I love that in your experience that, no matter who you had around you, that you were just a kind and genuine person to everybody. And look what that's come back, to bring you in your life. So that's so beautiful. Well, I thank you so much for sharing that wisdom with us today. How can we learn a little bit more about what's going on with you right now?
Most of my social platforms are under my professional name, Deborah Kobylt. That's Kobylt. And our show is Deborah Kobylt Live. You can find it on YouTube, on Facebook. We have a very active Instagram and all audio platforms too, because then we transfer it over into an audio podcast. So that's how you can find us. I answer everybody, especially DM me on Instagram. It's like such an easy way to find people, right?
It is, it is. Well, thank you so much for that. All those links to find Deborah will be in the description box below. And thanks everybody for watching. Feel free to pop on over to my website, Screenwritenow, and download your free ebook copy of 3 Steps to Get Pitch Ready. That way you can get into alignment with yourself and hook your audience. Thanks everybody so much for watching today, and we'll see you on the next Industry Wisdom Bits.